What's up YouTube, it's Louis here, hope you're all well. Today we're looking at Elrond on the daily time frame. Ever since losing this $45 support, we've been saying any push into it is resistance. And even if you get above 45, there's $50 as a psychological level. This wick over here, when we came above it, when we were above the key resistance of the descending triangle that we find over here, had a target down to about $20. And we actually never validated it over here. We broke out bullish, validating an inverse head and shoulders pattern, and we formed a bullish cross and we set that wick right there. So going forward, we cannot afford to lose this wick. Otherwise you're losing, of course, the bullish cross, which would be this support here when you initially bounce, but daily close below that would signal a push to here. And if we're closing below there, you've lost this area of demand, you've lost this area of support, it's this box of support, because the rejection began here and you got rejected until there. So that's why it's a box of demand, not just a single location. If you want a single location, it's that wick, $50. So until you're reclaiming that, any pump towards it should just result in a move back down. So there you go, we pushed back up into it. We didn't get up all the way until there, but eventually getting knocked back down after, because we did not reclaim 50. And it's not even about reclaiming 50, we need to break the range high. Our capitulation began here, is really close there. I think it's about $5 difference, so that's where we need to break above. It's about $70. So until we're above $70, first step, reclaim 50, then 70. Until then, I'm just going to believe that any pump is a bull trap. In the near short term, I'm expecting us to hit this 20 EMA. We haven't tested it yet, so at some point we need to test it. What I can say is we had this low, which we lost and reclaimed within the same day. So I'm going to draw a box between where the body is, where the beginning of the rejection down here to the body. And that's an area of support. So going forward, remaining above this area should suggest that we continue up towards $45 or the 20 EMA essentially. So again, because we haven't tested it since capitulating down here, look where the 20 EMA was. It was just forming the bearish cross with that last final dump. And as we've been accumulating, in the exhaustion phase, because obviously it's quickly going down, it's exhausting to go back up. And even if we reclaim 45, as we said, we need to get above 50, we need to get about 70. Even before $50, we have the 55 daily EMA sitting at under the 786, so under 48. It is still 48, but under 48.67. And even if you get above the 20 and 45, you're going to run into that. And that's what can actually still send you lower. In yesterday's update, we were saying eventually when we come down to here, it will bring a short-term bounce. So we might see wicks going under, but closes within this green box. That would signal pump back into this, but to then continue lower. Even if you pump higher, just going to continue lower. But I feel like it would be this move over here, because this is your support currently. Lose it, you go to support below, flip the old support into resistance, continue lower to your 1618. And that could also, we can also invalidate all the bearish targets if we reclaim 45, 50 and 70 like that from the 1618. Otherwise, you can come up to this resistance, you can come up to 45 to 50 and still continue lower to these targets. So long term, we're still expecting continuation down. In the immediate short term, we need to retest this 20 EMA. That's essentially what we've been saying ever since here. Since putting in this low below 45, we've been saying eventually we're going to lose this. We're going to go lower than 37. We're going to put in a lower low because we've lost this higher low. We had higher low structures. Well, this was our first ever higher low. Technically, this is still higher, but this was our first ever higher low. Also, the neckline of the shoulder, head and shoulders pattern, which we're seeing across all the alts, especially Bitcoin, which I urge you all to follow along with the Bitcoin updates every day. But that was our first ever high low. And it's also a neckline of the head and shoulders pattern as well as the descending triangle. If you're closing below that, you validate those patterns and these are your targets, 30 and 20. And until you're reclaiming that, and that's not even just enough, you need to reclaim that to first invalidate these targets for now and then break this. Because you could still get rejected from here, fall back below 45, revalidating the old patterns target. So that's why even if we do pump, which to be honest guys, I'm expecting a pump. When you lose the low, you need to pump back into it. You've done it once, but that's too fast for me. I want to see big rejections and a big pump into it. Even now, it's not enough. I want to see us coming down a bit more and having a bigger pump into it. Either way, I just believe that it's going to roll over eventually. It's going to be a bull trap. The EMAs are showing you so. Going lower than that is telling you so. The capitulation beginning from there, meaning that somewhere there's going to be a golden pocket. So if we get rid of this, so between here and here, I've got the golden pocket. So it's essentially saying we've had this impulse, we're accumulating back up, running into the golden pocket to get rejected. That's the expected move. So when we do pump and I'm seeing some weakness, so we're pumping and I'm seeing some weakness within this area, then of course I'm going to say, guys, Elrond is showing weakness, is closing daily candles with weakness, you know, shooting stars or whatever it is, or bearish chart patterns, head and shoulders or M pattern at the golden pocket. And then I'll say, yeah, we're expecting to continue lower, and I'll be able to give you more precise targets with the Fibonacci's once I have, because at the moment I have the low. I'm just waiting for the highest point, wherever that may be. I'm not saying there, I'm just saying wherever it may be. Once I've got that, I can get you some new fib targets to the downside. As with this, I've got these fib targets, but yeah, we can get some more updated ones once this pumps back up. We've got our high, we've got our low. It will tell me the golden pocket somewhere here for us to go up. Lose that golden pocket, we're going lower, for example. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please like, subscribe and comment. If you want my course or just the education in general, head over to my Twitter. It's linked in this description under the video. Be aware that there's a scammer at the moment with the same name as me, just got a 0 at the end. I do not have any numbers in my name. I won't follow you. I won't add you as I won't message you, and I most definitely won't recommend brokers to you. So if you want to do my education, you have to personally click that link under this video and private message me first. Thank you guys so much. Like, subscribe and comment, and peace.